Hi, and welcome back. My name is Antonio Serif from CRRNTN.com. Today we'll continue the Hollywood movie title series. We're going to be looking at the animation style of movie Super 8. At the end of this tutorial, you can learn how to compose and animate your own title with this fantastic style. The actual example of the Super 8 movie title is just for training purposes, and is not to be used in a final project without permission from the original creators. In this tutorial, we will work directly in After Effects. The styling compose is very simple, but not trivial. There are some very interesting details which, together with the movement of the lens flare, creates a truly professional animation. Okay, I'll show you the graphic elements and video, which serve to create this title animation. The background texture. The old dust film reel effect. This video is optional, but essential to improve this result. The Super 8 logo, previously created in Photoshop. With a scratched metal texture type, you can recreate your logo or your emblem in this style, or apply other Photoshop styles that you like. And finally, the audio file. A little introduction. The font used in this tutorial is commercial, but if you want, you can use as a font, Arial Bold, or Futura. OK, open the file preview on After Effects. As we can see, the file is structured very simply, but do not underestimate the final result of this tutorial. Looking with an expert eye, you understand well the mix of graphical elements that are used to obtain this charming style. It's not just the simple use of a lens flare. Follow me, and I will show you with great pleasure the details of this animated sequence. First of all, the sequence is very fast, only 36 frames. We analyze the first step on the logo. We'll place 2 layers. The first is simple, while on the second logo layer, was applied a directional blur. With an angle of 90 degrees with a percentage of the length of 50. To have this effect. Overlay mode. We proceed with the second step, the lens flare. Looking closely at the original video, I recreated this minimal flare, with inserting only the essential elements of which it is composed. Optical Flares by Video Copilot is a very flexible and powerful tool to create any type of lens effect. It is possible to apply other styles of lens, but beware, do not use those very full of items. You risk biasing the final result. Very important, the base color is this gray dark green. 53, 57, and 58. As a movement, I have applied an interpolation on position XY parameter, to have a slight vertical movement, upwards. In frame 4, start with these values. -100, and 480. In 36 frame, the Y value is 442. To have this oscillation of light intensity. In the flicker panel, set the type, smooth. I also added speed value, 10, and amount 70. With 30 the random seed value. To have this animated ring detail, from left to right, without changing other element, I duplicated the layer of the lens. And I added other 2 tweens. The first, working on the parameter of the center position, while the fade out is controlled by the parameter of brightness. Everything work from frame 4 to frame 27 and 28. View the result. Very nice. Follow on video the frame scheme. What creates the personality in this animation is the application of this texture. You can try other textures to have other interesting nuances. I chose an opacity to 33%. In add mode, I forgot, for the layers of lens flare, I did not apply a particular overlapping, because we do not get interesting variations. If you apply other styles of lens flare, you can experiment what you like. In this case, I leave the screen mode, because even if you do not see him, when the light is at maximum intensity, not never covers the logo. We complete our step on the texture. I applied an animation on scale. Start from the frame 4, with a value of 100. At 36 frame, the value is about 106. This creates this slight movement, which gives the illusion of a Z-position camera movement. As in the original animation, I put a video, reminiscent of the dust on the old film's reel, in Move. Very cool. This video is optional. But as we see, from a very interesting touch on our logo, we complete the last step, which sees the application of the effects, curves, and twitch, in an adjustment layer. As we can see, I modified the line of the curves, in order to obtain a global illumination more mysterious and dark. Between the frames 0 and 4, I have applied an twitch effect, to have a vertical slide movement effect of all the elements of the scene. Start with a very high value, about to 800, and reach a 0 in the frame 4. In this style of animation, the use of interludes with a twitch filter, it's really perfect. You can experiment with other movements of distortion. I'm surely they will be great. In this case, I activated only the slide parameters. Cool. These are the parameters for obtain the fast vertical slide movement. While, on the behavior panel, the easy in is 1, and the easy out, about 14. In this case, is proper to use the border type, tile, to have a bad TV tuner effect. This animation has a simple structure, but as we have seen, is full of interesting little details, the minimal lens flare, the dark background texture, and finally the effect of dust film reel. Is very incredible. I love it. In this case, as the original video, we do not have an animated logo in a careful, but you can work with the integration of a 3D logo, which returns all reflections of the scene. Oh yeah! I assure you, that the end result will be fantastic. Okay, add the audio file, and proceed with the final rendering. This is the result of the project. Cool. I recommend you apply this technique on small logos with linear style font, accompanied by particular choice of the dark texture. Good experimentation. Okay, I remind you the next appointment for the tutorial on the movie title style, Ghost Rider 2. Another fabulous title animation. I hope this tutorial has been to your liking. By Antonio Seri from CRRNTN.com. Cheers.